Hi guys, welcome back to Air Power. For those of you that are not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Those of you that are subscribed, thank you. Please like and share the videos. What today's video is about is I've had a bunch of you guys asking me that if I could get more power out of the hatsan invader, that would be sweet. And that's what we're going to look at and attempt and try to figure out today. So let's go ahead and get you. This is the best view I can get you guys. So hopefully you can see this or zoom in and out if you can to get better view. I'll do my best here. So let's go ahead and get the camera over here pointed onto the table. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is this has air in it. And it also has my sights on here, so we don't want to break my sights off, so we're going to take them off. I will be getting rings for the scope tomorrow, assuming the store has the ones I want. So just take your optic or your sights or whatever it is you have on your gun off. These seem like they went on a lot easier than they coming off. There we go. Alright, sights are off. Now, we're going to want to take this air tube out. It just unscrews. I don't know if you want to use your fill probe hole. Mine just broke loose there with hand, so I didn't have to go and do that. So unscrew it. There's your air tube. You might want to check your O-rings. I've already had this part before, so I've checked mine. And they look pretty good. It has air in it. So we'll set it to the side. Now, next thing we're going to want to do is, in a safe direction, make sure the gun's uncocked. Mine is uncocked. And we're going to have to take these two pins right here out. These are pins, and you're going to have to watch which way they go in. I'm not really sure it matters, but there are little slits, little, I don't know what you would call them, little keyway cuts in these bolts. Not sure it matters. I didn't see a certain way they went in there, so I don't want to turn this over because the pin's got to come out this way. I don't want to turn this over on my bolt and start banging on it like that and then break my bolt back, break it off or anything. So we're going to set it up like that. These have already been out, so they should not be as hard to get out. I'm going to take a punch and a rubber mallet, hold the stock with one hand, punch with the other. It's almost out. There's one. There's that little indentation I was telling you about that goes towards the bottom. When you get ready to put it back, we're going to set this to the side. We have one more pin in front. There it is. It's the same looking pin. But I'm going to put them back in the same holes they come out of. So Don't forget which way you're pinning. Then the bottom of your stock comes off. And your front will come off as well if you take this barrel and unscrew your spring inside here, but we don't need to do all that. What we're looking to do is these very fine screws right here are easy to strip, so be careful if you take them out. But there is a little hole right here. You guys can see this little hole right here, right there. If you pull the hammer back, let me get it pulled back here. You can see, I don't know if you can see inside of there very well, but inside of there, your hammer has a like an indentation like my Blitz has for I don't know if you can see it very well on camera. My Blitz has a set screw inside of there. This one seems to not have a set screw in that hole. That hole looks there, now you can see it a little better. That hole looks like it's just, there's no set screw there, like they were drilling it and forgot to put it in there. So there's not a set screw in there, and it's not drilled all the way through. So I mean, I don't know if that is drilled in there like that and they forgot to set screw, or if that was punched in there and it's holding this hammer to where I'm not going to be able to adjust it. Because if that's punched in on that screw inside of that hammer, I'm not going to be able to move it, or I'm going to mess the threads up in that screw. So this is kind of iffy, and I really don't want to try taking all this hammer out of here because I'm really not sure how it comes out. I think I would have to take this trigger assembly out of here, and I really don't want to fool with that. So I would have to take these two pins out, and this trigger assembly would drop out. But the one in the Blitz was a pain in the butt to get in. Let me see if I can just turn that hammer spring. One of my Blitz is a 4. So inside here is your hammer. And I really hate to take this trigger assembly out of here. Alright, guys, this is something I really didn't want to attempt to do. Let's set these to the side. I'll push them little pins out. Well, that wasn't so bad. Now the thing is, how do you get this hammer out? Okay, so this black back plate looks like it has a rod or something holding it in. This one screw is stripped and already, and I think I got it to move. Not the screw itself is stripped, but the head where you put your screwdriver, but I got it to move. Finally. I'm going to take this side plate on the opposite side of the bolt off to see if that pin will slide out of there or what's going on there. So So guys, I really don't know if this is 100% going to work. I don't know if this thing's going to go back together good for me. It's like I said, with the trigger assembly on the Blitz was a pain in the butt to get back in. And it looks like I have the same thing with this safety issue. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how long this video is going to be. You guys asked for this. Probably would have been a lot easier if I took this bolt handle out. Which it's going to be a 5. Yep. The bolt handle out. It's really stuck in there. Charging handle is out of it. Now we can lay it flat down here and go to try and remove this cover. I hope you guys can see. Hope stuff don't go flying everywhere. Wow, that's really on there tight. Steel plate. There's all the gears. And yet, there's that pin holding that back plate in. So how do we get to it? I have no idea. Let's remove this before we lose some stuff. I don't remember seeing a way to get to that pin from this side when I had it off before. It's going to be really fun to get that back in there. Yep, I can see the pin right there. Now the thing is, when I go to move that pin, this hammer is going to want to, this cap going to want to shoot out of here. It's a possibility. So what I'm going to do here is try to hold this spring up. I doubt I can. Yeah, you're just going to have to hope it does not give us a pop when it comes out of there. Oh, that'll actually come out of there pretty easily. I hope I'm not in you guys' way. Now that back plate should come out. And let's say it would still come out of there easy. it goes. There's that back plate. That side goes towards the spring, and that is the back side of it. Now, there is also a little bushing inside of here in front of the, there's our spring. There's also a little bushing. See, now this spring sits inside this little cup like so. Let's see about this hammer. Okay, the bolt has it, but I can look up in here now. I see the screw. But it is not letting me turn it. So guys, we're going to have to take this on down. Oh, that calls for a big old head screwdriver. Probably not quite this long, but it's a fat head screwdriver. It's about 2 foot long, but hey, it works, right? That one was tight. I'm trying not to get my hands in you guys' way, but you know, this is like a 400 mile long screwdriver. Surely you've seen a screw come out before. Be careful, because they have these little bushings on the end of this gear. You don't want to lose those. Now will they both come out of here? All 3 of them. And they all 3 come out like that. There's your bolt, your hammer, and I guess that's some kind of guide or something. I'm really not 100% sure. Now, there's the screw inside of there. I don't know if you could see that screw in there or not. And there is the little, there's the little hole that's supposed to have an Allen screw in it. It looks to me like just an indentation. It does not look like an Allen screw in there for me to back out to release that screw. So it is really nasty. I will tell you that much. All these would be cleaned up and put together with something else. But that just does not look like a Allen screw. It is an Allen screw, guys. if it's just really tight. So before you can move that hammer, you have to back this set screw out. And it is a I'm going to say it's a 2. So it's a 2. Now we're going to see if our hammer will move. Now I want to keep up with what I turn here. So I'm going to go 1 full rotation counterclockwise, because I don't want to lose too much shot count. And there's also inside of here, there is a little nylon bushing. It's like if you watch me do this to the Blitz, there's a nylon bushing in there. If it falls out, you better remember which way it goes, or you're not going to have power. So you can do as many turns as you want to on that. That is totally up to you. I did 1 full rotation because I do actually want to keep some of my shot count. Maybe I can get 1 mag out of it at least, because I'm getting 2 mags until I get to 150 bar. I put a little blue Loctite on here just to seal this thing back in here. Alright guys, there's how you can counterclockwise on that screw in that hammer. And now you got to put all this back together, but I'm going to clean these up and reuse my own little grease oil concoction stuff. Do not use silicone grease on these gears and parts. It will gum up and your gun will not run. So I'm going to clean all these up, and basically goes back together the same way you took it apart. Now there'll be a part 2 video on putting this back together. So this is what you get tonight. Air Power's out.